one of the things I found out some information, and I've even found out even more information since then. But the pleasure of Ricky Steamboat rode with Lauren and I from one of the towns to the next, and had an extensive conversation, and most of it was about the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And apparently, what Ricky did, as soon as Ricky heard that he was in the hospital, he jumped on a plane and flew down there and went right to, went into his room there he said he was in the ICU. And when he went in and Ricky was standing there, and I guess Nature Boy's fiance, Wendy kind of rubbed Rick's forehead, and Steamboat said that Rick was just out of it. And she rubbed his forehead, and she said, Rick, look who's come to see you. It's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And he said, Flair opened his eyes and looked at Ricky the Dragon and said, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Incredible. that was all he said, and he just kind of closed his eyes back again. But apparently, it was really a touch and go situation. They explained to him what all had gone down, and when the Nature Boy had that first surgery, I guess the doctors told him that there was just that it was really touch and go, and that he had about like a 20% chance of survival of making it through that surgery. But we all know that he did. And of course, I guess during the surgery, even what made it even more hairy was the fact is, I guess his kidneys failed, and they had to put him on dialysis during that time. But since then, the Nature Boy he's kicked out. He's making a comeback. He's getting a lot better. And that was one of the things that Steamboat said. He said, he was in such bad shape when I first got there, and he said, I just heard yesterday that he's already cutting promos on the nurses there at the hospital. So he's doing a lot better, and he's on the road to recovery. Going to get him into some rehab, and even the Nature Boy himself on a tweet said, hey, the Nates will be back better than ever. So that's great news. I mean, we came, I guess, really close to losing one of the greatest of all time, but now it looks like he's going to be back, and in his own words, better than ever.
It's amazing, and he kicked out at 2.5, eyes closed.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's great news to hear about Rick, and hopefully we can see him. I'm sure he'll be making the appearances and strutting down some aisle very, very shortly.